PK52, the Saturday morning meeting. Well, this last week, I'm looked at the reality of where we are right now. New car inventory for most manufacturers are going to be really slashed, and there's going to be less vehicles available at the dealerships. And it's crazy right now because the demand for new vehicles, unbelievable. So it's funny, as we grow up, some of you have children, if you say you can't have it, all of a sudden, we want it even more. So now that there's no product out there, we've got people demanding, I ordered this vehicle, I need this vehicle right now, and there are customers out there that are willing to put deposits down on vehicles that we don't even know that we can get. So the demand is gigantic out there. So Toyota's making a little shift. They're looking at what we can do in the interim time until we get going. Some of the naysayers out there are saying the chip problem that we're facing right now with a labor problem overseas may not be taken care of until the year 2023. That to me is the long-term estimate. My understanding is the Asian countries are going back to work. The labor force is going back right now, which means that shortens the time span for waiting for what we really need to manufacture our vehicles. So hopefully it'll be a shorter period of time. Toyota realizes right now that the market is going to be the used car market. The used car and pre-owned market, the certified market are going to be on fire. So we are starting, actually on September 1st, they launched a TCUV 2-month big sell-a-thon. I don't know if you've heard a lot about it. Let me cue you in real quick. So your dealerships in the end of August should have received POP stuff, silks, stick-ons, banners, stickers, tags. And if you don't have that stuff, I would check into your parts department, check, it was sent to your service director. Make sure you get that stuff out right now because we've had a limited exposure because your district managers in some of the regions aren't coming in the store. And so they're not bringing stuff up. Everything is still digital. So make sure if you have that, you get that out and display it. So we got a 2-month window, a 60-day window where we're going to have some rates. Now I'm not going to go over rates because different regions runs different rates, but we'll have some rates and we'll have some featured vehicles out there. Should be a real traffic driver to the store. So once they get there, whether they buy a certified car or an inbound new car or new car inventory or a used car, it doesn't matter, just as long as we're driving traffic to you right now so you can manage your traffic. I don't know that this has ever been done before. I know that Toyota spends a lot of money. We sponsor the Olympics. We sponsor the Paralympics. We do NFL. We do basketball arenas. There's a lot of money spent. Now, last year, we sponsored a NASCAR in the Xfinity series. So we had a Toyota certified used vehicle car running on the track. But if you'll check your calendars and check mark September 19th, Sunday night NFL football, we're launching a TCUV ad spot on Sunday night football. So mark that off. Make sure you see the ad spot. It may be the only time you get to see it. I don't know that they've sent that out to the dealership so we can prep it. But my understanding is the ad spot is very, I want a car, and it talks a little bit about certified. We understand that not everybody understands everything that certified offers. They understand they're getting a good car. They understand there's some guarantees on the car, and it's been checked over by a technician. But this is going to let people know the value of doing business with a Toyota store that has Toyota certified used vehicles. So that'll be a Sunday night football, September the 19th. So before I go any further, I'm looking at the truck market. And to me, the truck market's crazy. Gang, I started selling Toyota trucks back in the day when they were 4-cylinder, stick shift, 4-speed, manual, no passenger mirror, no rear bumper, no air, vinyl floors, vinyl seats, no radio. I mean, they run forever, but basic trucks, carb-rated trucks. And now I'm looking at Dodge just launched the TRX. And it's a good-looking truck. It is a good-looking truck, and they've done it right. It looks like the old-school Tonka toy. It's got all the stuff on there that you'd want on there is a truck, look at me, I'm in my truck. So $75,000 for a TRX. If you get the launch edition, $90,000. Gang, $90,000 for a half-ton truck. $90,000. I've got a friend in North Carolina, very good friend of mine, love him to death. Currently working at a Dodge store. He's worked in all franchises. I met him at Toyota. They're doing $10,000 over on the launch edition. That means before you pay fees, taxes, or anything, that half-ton truck's $100,000. $100,000. I look over at the Raptor right now, and the Raptors running through the auction are sky high. So the Raptor's around 80 grand, 75 to 80 grand. So this TRX launch edition is $20,000 more truck than the Raptor. So what are we battling with, and when is it coming? I've been told that I have no clue. Gang, there are things that I know that I can't say. When I've been told by somebody from Toyota, here's what's going on, don't say anything. If I say something and I put something out there when I'm not supposed to, then I don't get any information anymore. And I like the information, and I like to be right on the edge. When they drop the information, I try to throw it out to you so you know immediately. I don't want the customer to know it before you know it. I want you to know as soon as it's launched nationally by some third-party site, and I think that's fair. It looks to me like the new Tundra that you're waiting on right now, that you know that we're safe with because we're not going to have a chip problem, should launch in the month of December this year. So that means we get through Labor Day weekend. You have a good weekend. We get through September. We flow into that school starting. And now we're October and then November, and you're starting to see interim VINs of the all-new Tundra. There will be customers coming in. Listen, they're going to bring in one-year-old Tundras to trade for this truck. Years ago, I got to drive all the products before anybody else. I got to be that elite group that got to go out there and I'm not in that group anymore. I would like to be back in that group. I'm just not in that group anymore. But I know a lot of people that I've known for a lot of years, and they're not overwhelmed by the car business. They don't, they're not drinking the Kool-Aid. They went and drove this truck and they said, Casey, it's the best thing we've ever made. They say the power of this truck is unbelievable. It's quiet. The ride and handling characteristics are through the roof. Best truck. They've driven it against everything else out there. They've towed it against everything else out there. All the latest and greatest. And they said it blows everything away. There's no comparison. I have no idea what the price point is. If I did know what the price point is, I wouldn't tell you, but I don't know. But look at where we are right now. $40,000 to $50,000 range, depending on what you put on the truck. If we bring this brand new Tundra out, in that same ballpark, give and take, realizing that people are selling a half-ton truck for $100,000. If we bring that out, your trade-ins are going to come in. They're going to trade everything they have. They're going to trade Tacomas, Tundras. They're going to trade all kinds of trucks in on this truck that we're going to have in volume. I'm super excited about the launch of the Tundra. I feel comfortable letting you know. Let me say something about Toyota and what I've learned over the years. If I'm telling you the launch date is December, if we have an interruption by a vendor, that means somebody's supplying tires or whatever, stereo system, infotainment system, whatever, then that date goes away. If something happens at the plant and somebody catches something they think might be a defect in the line, then that December date goes away. Toyota's not going to roll a vehicle out that needs to immediately be repaired when it comes to the dealership with a list of instructions saying, hey, the truck doesn't run right and everything, here's what you'll have to do before you sell it. So that date right now is a floating date, but as far as I know, everything's on schedule, truck's in process right now. Man, that would be a good close for the end of the year, and then a boom for your used vehicle market. So watch your schedule, watch your interim VINs, know your colors, know what you have coming, and get ready because it's about to be Tundra season. PK52, the Saturday Morning Meeting.